Hello and welcome everyone, my name is SWToR and we're doing PvP. Today's video is a bit rushed, I'm sorry for that. I'm gone over the weekend and I'm not going to do any special editing right here. So I'm just going to do a very short gameplay video, just that something is there, because I didn't have that much time. But anyways, the game still is kind of nice, so enjoy it. So we are in SWToR right now, not SWToR, it's Ancient Hypergates. How could I not know that? And immediately, of course, I get focused because I am a sorcerer, so doing the sorcerer thing, using the force barrier right about now, and using my my shield after that, so I get healed. Very nicely right there. And the interesting thing is about the bubble, everybody loses interest in you immediately. So now I've kind of bought myself some nice time to do, nice things right here. And as I realize that nobody dies, I do see a healer. So he was the reason that nobody did die. And I am of course removing that reason right now with a nice crushing darkness combination right there. He of course kites me back as he should. We have a Juggernaut jumping to me, but he's a tank, so I disregard him. I do not want to attack a tank, of course. And now I'm kind of happy about this game, as I'm just kiting around, trying to kill the Sorc. Nice damage coming in there. Nice RNG 7k, killed him right there. Of course, with the help of the other Sage. And we have, both pylons. Now, I'm kind of happy about this game state because I'm thinking like, yeah, that's nice. We've got both pylons, very objective oriented. So I was like, I could maybe move over here and stop them from getting that pylon entirely, not just delaying them here, but also, that in the next 50 seconds they do not tap that. But because I used my bubble early and mid, I do not have it now, and this of course means that these two power techs are going to rape me oh so bad and so hard. And of course, yeah, there's another Marauder, just throw him in there, sprinkle some more Marauder damage into my demise, and that's why I did die. Of course, being very unlucky, being the very unlucky person, the door of course has got 4 quarters immediately as I spawn, because that's just how this game sometimes works. And we are just locked out for such an incredible long time that they are unfortunately able to retap that pylon. A bit of a spoiler right there, but they do it. It's just, sometimes the door just trolls you. And if that had not been the case, then we would have, kept that pylon. So now it's a completely, from a completely one-sided game, it now went into a very interesting game, because now of course they have a chance of winning. We did have 1 kill more last round, but that's so marginal in a lead that basically everything goes right now. Of course I got deleted again because I have a bit of a feeling that Sages and Sorcs are only tanky if they have got the force barrier. It was on cooldown still from the time earlier, and I just got deleted like that. Of course, no healer on my team, but I think it's fair to say that even if there had been a healer, I would have still been most likely dead right there. Now we have a power tech who is trying his luck in a nice 1v1. I of course using my off healing abilities, and of course I am getting healed right there. That's of course always nice when that happens. And they have not 1 but 2 power techs right here, who are of course doing their power techy things, which is surviving, getting healed, and dealing a lot of damage. If you've got 2 power techs, it's even worse, because you can kite one, you can kind of disable one, but you can't disable 2. One of them is going to burst you every time. So what you need is good players, but that's a resource that is not too readily available in Star Wars: The Old Republic PvP. Good players are rare. And yeah, the enemy team has got 2 of them in form of a power tech, so not looking too bright right there. But of course they are only interested in dealing as much damage as possible. They are not interested in the pylons right here, which is in turn the reason why, once again, they have not yet tapped their pylon. So we have got our pylon tapped, they haven't got anything tapped right there, which is of course very nice for us, because always nice to win a game, even if you get wrecked by the enemy team. You can always show them how inferior they are by just getting the objectives. And once again, nice burst coming into the healer right there. He of course uses force barrier because apparently he has no cooldown on it, unlike me, who is of course always getting wrecked. and you know, just kind of splitting damage. It's kind of bad to split damage against the Sorcerer because you have he of course has got the roaming mend. You generally want to focus one target, either the Sorcerer himself or his target. In this case, the Sorcerer would have been better, but you know, I can't control this you know, other player on my team. He's just going to attack whatever he likes, and this is in this case the power tech, who is of course lots and lots of damage mitigation. And yeah, I didn't want to attack him, frankly, and I did attack the Sorcerer. So just a quick tip: if you know, playing against the Sorcerer healer, always attack one target and burst that, you know, very heavily, because that's where they are lacking. They cannot really boost up one single target. Of course, they have got certain abilities. They would be a shit healer if they didn't have that ability, but they absolutely excel at healing two targets. So just, you know, focus one, and then, you know, most likely you're going to burst somebody, at least, you know, in my opinion there. Of course, if they have got a, you know, a tank next to them that are guarding them, then of course you know, they're unkillable, because, you know, roaming mend is not just that strong. Just roaming mend your tank, it jumps to you, it jumps to the tank, it jumps to you, and you're full again without having anything skillfully done. Now here we are 6 versus 3, no, 6 versus 4 actually. Now a 7th player joins, and you know, of course, stuns me. I break that because I am respecting the Marauder damage right here, trying to kite right here, but it doesn't work out too well because I'm kind of slowed. Now I'm not slowed anymore, so I can easily you know, kill that Marauder. He did not use anything right there. I was expecting the 99% damage cooldown, did not actually get through here. Now we've got a nice Sorcerer who tries his luck in a 1v1, but I don't know what he's doing. He's not doing it too well. He does not die because of Force Barrier once more. Kind of frustrating if you are the only player that is getting all of the Force Barriers out of the people. You know, you're kind of wondering when this kind of stuff happens, is why aren't other players experiencing the same thing? You know, because they have about three Sorcerers, and it shouldn't be that every time I try to burst somebody they're going to Barrier. Look at that again. Now that shouldn't happen. That should happen without me too. But that's just the perils of random PvP. You know, sometimes you are the guy that is, you know, kind of trying to deal that kind of burst damage, you know, to actually get the barrier out. So we have got another 45 seconds left here on our pylon detonation, and we did win decently. So we have a bit of a lead right now, bit of a lead in terms of getting, you know, the kills right there, and I think that is due to us, you know, stopping them from tapping in the second round. That is not really, you know, due to us being, you know, better at killing people, because as you can see right now, they are actually getting more points than us this round, but they just have fewer points in general. So that's kind of going on right here. So yeah, we kind of win this on the basis of them not having a pylon, which is a bit sad, I have to say. I generally like to win through kills. I just prefer that. That's just my personal opinion. I don't really like the whole pylon contesting thing. It's a nice mechanic and everything, but I just think, you know, certain classes are too strong in that. You know, if a good operative or a good what's that called? A good assassin defends a pylon, you're not gonna get that, and I don't really like going for it because of that reason. You know, some classes are just too strong at defending, or maybe, you know, stopping a tap on a pylon than other classes, and I just prefer the kills, you know, in the mid. But you know, this game has been, you know, won through you know, through this exact same thing, the exact same scenario. You know, them just not being able to tap a pylon, which is an ultimate win strategy, and it's viable as well. So it worked out kind of nice. I think that was the what's that called? The operative right there. It was he did interrupt them very much so at the enemy pylon, so they couldn't get that. So shout out to you, SWToR. He did a good deed right there and stopped them very nicely. Again, this is very painful here because again, the power techs are kind of rampaging here, and I'm getting slowed and of all sorts and forms, and I'm trying to kite back and forth right here, getting healed a bit, you know, kind of happy about that one, but the mitigation isn't too well. You know, the second power tech comes in here. I'm of course once more getting you know, focused by the other guy being stunned over here, and that's just the end of it. You know, couldn't get out of there, just got focused too hard. Another Phage was onto me as well, you know, could see the force lightning right there. Yeah, they just wanted to see me dead right there. Fortunately though, we did do a few kills right there, and you know, here and there, did do a few kills. So we now have 612 points, 600 points to a win. They have to get another 100 points. That's very unlikely unless they go in an absolute, you know, rampaging killing spree and, you know, spawn trapping us and killing us another, I don't know, 50 times, which is quite frankly not going to happen. So this is most likely going to be a win. Of course, they have got one more chance, which is of course tapping our pylon, but we are not going to let them have that. So just moving over to that pylon right there, just defending that, and that should be the good game right there. Now again, as I said, sorry for, you know, having such a, you know, plain video. I didn't have that much time, as I said, and you know, just wishing you a happy Easter. I'm going to be back in the week after this, and you know, that's basically the update for me. Another thing on a side note, as you may have noticed, I have updated the video titles, so it's going to be the same video content. Nothing's going to change, you know. There, I just kind of changed up the titles because this is just how YouTube works. You know, you get a bit more views if you just put in the title what is going on. Anyway, my name is SWToR, you've been watching PvP, and as always, have a good one.